Each automation platform has different ways to operate, even though the way that grid bots work in different platforms is quite similar. While some have better fees, others have more advanced settings and different versions of grid bots that can be used. And today I will show you how you can get the most out of your grid bots if you are using Pionex and therefore making more bot profits and more money. So I will help you understand Pionex, the whole platform and how it works, how to pick crypto pairs, the best settings, closing bots, taking profits and reinvesting those profits to make more crypto passive income. If you stay until the end, you will get to make more profits with your bot, and you will also get access to my free grid bot template, which you can use for pretty much everything when it comes to setting a strategy for your grid bots. So stay tuned if you would like to check that out. Hi, I'm Hugo from oitech.com, and in this video I will show you how to make money with Pionex grid bots by implementing the same strategy that I have previously mentioned on the channel. So why did I make this video then? There was a sub a while back that asked me how to do the same process on Pionex instead of BitsGap, and I've decided to expand upon it. As Pionex has slightly different ways of ranking pairs, calculating backtesting results, and different settings. So if you already don't know what Pionex is, it is a cryptocurrency exchange with built-in trading pairs and other automation products, and aggregates liquidity from both Binance and Huobi, which are two of the largest crypto exchanges. Now what they managed to do fairly well is their mobile app, which is very well put together. The fees are low and you can run more grid bots with less money. There are a lot of bots and even earn products if you want to use any of those to also generate some income on your crypto. So some things that you might consider before jumping into the platform is that it is relatively new when compared with just other exchanges or other bots, and so it depends on the two underlying exchanges that I've just mentioned, which are Binance and Huobi, but you will still need to deposit funds because it works as a single platform. This is not an external bot which can be controlled via API keys, although it doesn't suffer from those issues. One might argue about its safety, but so can they about other crypto exchanges. So in one side you get a lot more convenience because you don't have API keys which may expire and then you need to jump into your exchange to fix all your orders because the API key only lasted over 90 days. That depends on the exchange, of course. But yeah, if you are using something which is well integrated with the exchange itself, such as on Pionex or by using their own bots on Binance or Qcoin, then you don't need to worry about API issues. There are slight variations of grid bots available, such as Moonbots, Leverage Grid, Margin Grid, Reverse Grid, Leverage Reverse Grid, and Infinity Grids. These are all based on the normal grid bot. However, we will only focus on the core grid bot, where you can apply the same principles of regular grid bots in any platform, which you can check out on the playlist, which should be on the cards or on the description of this video. The first step would be to look for pairs that might better fit the settings we want and therefore making the bots much more profitable. Whether you are using the mobile app or web version, you can access the market section to take a look at all the pairs available on Pionex, which are a lot since it relies on two exchanges, and they even have leverage pairs as well. Now you can also go further and navigate to the ranks and see in a list format sorted by market cap, arbitrage, top gainers, top losers, and fluctuation, which will display the bots with those stats. On fluctuation, for example, it will show you the volatility. On the top gainers, it will show you the pairs with the highest percentage of gains in the last 24 hours, the opposite for the top losers, and then for the arbitrage, it would show you the best pairs for arbitrage based on backtesting results. The most relevant for this type of bots, meaning the grid bots, is the fluctuation rank that shows you the most volatile pairs in percentage for the last 7 days, 30 30 days or 180 days. You can click on a pair and it will open up on the charts, so you can see if the bot matches the requirements that I will show you later on. Now, if you hit create a bot, then followed by grid trading bot, then click on create, a panel will pop up from below with the AI strategy option highlighted. The option is great if you want to just run a bot right away without too much research, but also because you can see a grid profit average for the last 7 days, 30 days and 180 days. The ranking systems on the grid bots are always useful to narrow down your research and save a little bit of time, although you can always do pair research from other sites such as CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko or even TradingView, so that you can take a look at the technicals. The market cap can give you already an indication about the risk of using a certain pair, but also how much profit you might expect from it. So usually the moderate risk pairs and the higher risk will give you more profits than just the top pairs, but the top 100 pairs are usually low risk, then 100 to 500 are moderate risk, 500 to 1000 are higher risk, and then above 1000 are much higher risk. And this is of course based on the number in which the cryptocurrency is ranked from 1 to 1000. You can also check out the alt rank on Lunar Crush to know how popular a coin is based on social media mentions, although I think that recently they have just disabled that for the free users. Another important point we should cover is when to start a grid bot. After taking a look at some pairs, you can narrow down your selection based on the price action of a pair and where the price is at the moment to maximize potential returns. There's a video on the channel covering the best time to start grid bots that you might want to take a look at if you want to know a little bit more about it and why use these specific parameters. So this is a short version where we first will try to spot pairs with around a 70% price increase, followed by a 20% price decrease. And this will usually land you on pairs which either have a revival or survival pattern on the chart. Then you can see if the current market price is below or above the middle line of your price channel, and you can draw a box based on the lowest and highest recent prices. A price channel is easy to spot once you look at some resistance and support levels and see that the price is trading between those. The third and the last is to see how strong the support levels are, so see if there are at least 2 red candles near the current price or a price level which you find favorable to just open the bot at. You can even draw a line if it helps to spot those double bottoms. Finding and choosing pairs is all done before even starting a bot, so I recommend you write it down or use this sheet which I have available in the link down in the description of this video. Now let's go to the settings. When creating a new grid bot, you can insert your own settings by clicking on manual setting. You switch it from the AI to the manual and then you can start inputting the values. So the first thing you will see is the price range. To set it up, you can measure 20% upwards from the current price and 30% down also from current price on your chart, which represents the price of your coin. You can then paste those values on Pionex manual setting if you can, or just type them and that should work as well. If you are using the GridBot template, it's quite easy, as you can simply enter the market price on bot settings page and then the high and low price will be automatically calculated for you, applying the same rule that we just talked about, which is the 20% upwards, which will cover 20% price increases, and the 30% down, which will cover pretty much 30% decreases, and those values are actually pretty common in crypto. But if you want to, you could also change that on your own template, as you can make a copy and then change the values on the calculator so that it matches your own strategy. Now for the second field, which is grids, you will most likely be using between 90 up to 140 grids, but you can set it up so that the profit per grid is around 0.4% up to 1%. Lastly, the total investment amount is up to you. Pionex does usually require less funds to run their bots, even with a lot of grids when compared with other bots, and that is one of their main advantages. As long as you are above the minimum indicated for the current settings you just set up, then it will work. But how much should you really invest? So one of the easiest ways to manage the bot funds is to use allocations, which are just percentages to use as reference so that you know how much to invest without cutting yourself too short from the total amount you have on your Pionex trade wallet or to be used for the grid bots. Consider using 80% of all those funds, and then the remaining 20% will act as a reserve fund if there is a price drop, which you may or may not use to then open a new bot and recover much faster from that price decrease. There is not really a limit for the bots you may run unless you don't have the minimum amount required. If you have a larger account, consider using 3000 USDT per bot or equivalent in other coins. It should give you a pretty good haul already, even if the percentages are low. Let's say that you put 3000 USDT on a grid bot and then you can make around 20% after 30 days, then you would make 700 USDT after those 30 days, assuming that you've just closed the profitable bot you were running, which would not be that bad. Now you can make some calculations to know how much it would be enough for you to produce some cash flow and then reinvest on other assets or just provide you some income. With Pionex, you can close your profitable bots manually once they go out of range, surpassing the upper limit you set up previously. You can use the close bot add on the advanced settings to automatically close your grid bot if you want to, or of course just opt for the manual option. Now there's also a trigger price on the advanced settings, which can be used to automatically start a bot on a specific price or once that price is reached. There's also the close bot price, and the close bot price is what you may want to use to automatically close your profitable bot after a certain price is reached. So in this strategy you can put that price around the upper limit value, since the bot won't be executing any more trades after that level because there's no more grids after that. You can set the price a bit higher than the upper limit or just use a take profit delay if you want to make sure the order is executed at that time, since your sell order might not be executed right away. If the bot reaches the close bot price, then it will sell all the coins available so that you will have all your USDT ready to run another bot. There's also the stop loss price, which you can use to set up a stop loss if the price goes below your grids and it is no longer trading due to a price decrease. I don't usually use this option as I want to wait at least 1 or 2 weeks before closing any bot, as there might be a reversal and I would lose on profits. But if you have a different strategy, it might still be a very good option to protect you against huge market dips or crashes. And again, you can use it based on price, but also set a delay in seconds, just like on the previous options. With the delay, it will actually wait some seconds after the price level is reached and then close the bot only if the price doesn't recover. There's also slippage control, which is an option used to avoid losses when creating a new bot due to price changes in the short term. I wouldn't worry too much about it, as your goal is not to make instant profits when starting the bot, but you can select between 1%, 5% or no to simply not use it. If you leave it at default, then it will not use slippage. Now, as for the grid mode, there are two ways to run the grid strategy within the bot, which is the arithmetic and geometric. In arithmetic mode, the space between grids is the same considering the prices, so the space between the grids is based on price, and in geometric mode, the space between grids is based on percentages, and the space will be defined therefore by percentage instead of price difference between each one of the grids. But as Pionex puts it, arithmetic is better for bullish markets, while the geometric mode is better for bearish markets. You can choose to use Quotecoin to invest, which is the second ticker on a pair, and most likely a stablecoin such as USDT, or you can invest both base and quote coins, for example USDT and BTC. It might be useful if you already have purchased those coins previously. But of course, if you only have one stablecoin, then you can use one and it would be actually simpler to operate. say if you are running a new bot after closing an unprofitable one, aka regreeding, where you didn't sold your coins because you wanted to wait for them to rise in price again, then you may also consider to use both coins in the investment mode. Now, when it comes to taking profits, you can use the take profit approach with the close bot at option, or you can close it manually. There's not a specific method to do it. Ideally, if the bot is profitable and above the upper limit, you might as well close it. It is important, however, to manage your total balance after closing the bot, and for that I recommend using a 25% allocation to take profits made from a single bot to invest on lower risk options. So you would make profit from a bot, then you see how much that bot has made, then you multiply the profit by the 0.25, and then it will give you the percentage that you can take from the profits to reinvest or just use it for something else. Something great about Pionex is that you can change the settings even after a bot is already running, and it will recalculate everything accordingly. You can also add investment to add more funds to the bot, or release profit to take out profit without closing the bot and even pausing it, which is very good for long-term grid bots. So remember the 25% I just talked about? You can invest that in other options such as staking, lending, spot futures bots, or long-term grid bots with top 10 coins, or even DCA bots. There's really a lot of options. For more passive income options, you can also check the video which will be on the cards, which is all about generating passive income and multiple ways to do so in the crypto space. And some of those options are even available on Pionex itself. However, you would have to make sure that you can allocate the funds accordingly and just not mix everything up. And that's why I usually like to use two different platforms, one for short term and other for long term, which might be two different exchanges. Now, you should be able to run profitable grid bots going forward without too much hassle, and if that doesn't cut it, make sure to check out the playlist with the detailed videos on each grid bot strategy subtopic, so including how much funds to use, when to start the bots, how to find pairs, and all of that stuff. Don't forget to click on the link in the description to get your free grid bot template, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more ways to earn crypto consistently by using simple systems just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.